Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. I just want to tell you all that I'm really proud of you of all the work you're doing and how you're balancing your schoolwork with doing things at home and helping out your family community. It's great to see you every week on the Zoom lessons, and so I just want to let you know that even though we're not together, I still feel really connected with you, so I'm proud of all the work you're doing. Today, we are going to talk about something called inferencing, and it's a big idea. It's something that good readers do, and it's something that we actually do all the time anyway. And I'm going to show you two ways that you do it, and you might not even know you're doing it. Okay? So the first thing is I'm going to just quickly show you my chart right behind me, and then I'm going to show you how we make inferences in a book, and then also when we're writing or when we're really just generally thinking about anything. Okay? So what is an inference? An inference is when you have a story and you have the words on the page and you have the picture on the page, and that's telling you the story. But there's also a story behind that, a story that you don't really see. It's all the little things maybe leading up to that event. Or it may be all the things that happened a little bit before, a little bit during that we don't see, and maybe a little bit after that's not in the words and not in the pictures. And what we do is they're kind of like fill in the blanks. The other day, when we did a poetry with rhyme, I gave you one word and you filled in the blank with what you thought made sense. That was inferencing, okay? So here, an inference. Inference. We look past the words and the pictures, okay? Or the pictures. So the pictures and words may tell us what's going on, but we have to think more beyond that. We also look for clues, okay? There's going to be some clues in our pictures or the words, or in the words, okay? We're going to look for clues. We're going to be detectives. Then you also think, well, what do I know? Like if I'm reading a book about animals, maybe a certain animal or the zoo, I say, what do I already know about animals or zoos? Maybe that'll help me understand what I'm reading and writing. And then I ask some questions. I wonder, or I see this, so I wonder, or I think this. We ask ourselves questions, okay? So I'm going to show you first how to make an inference, how to guess other parts of the story that aren't on the page, by using your own brain power, okay? So I'm going to use green eggs and ham, and I'm just going to show you a couple pages, and I'm going to talk through what's going on in my brain. All right. So I'm just going to kind of do a picture walk first for a couple pages. Here we have the cover page. Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I am Sam. I am Sam. So right now he's just sitting on a chair reading, and this character, Sam, is just going by. Sam, I am. So now I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to show you what an inference is. I'm thinking, all right, what I see here is we have a character reading a newspaper in a chair, looking strangely at this other character holding a sign on top of another interesting animal. Something that I know that happened, but it's not said, but I know probably happened, is that this character had to go pick out the magazine he was going to wear. Did the author tell us that? No. Did the author show us that he's picking out the magazine? No. This character also could have sat on a different chair, in a hammock, could have sat down on a bed or a couch, but this character chose the chair. I'm knowing that that character picked out this chair to sit in, but it doesn't say it in the picture or the words. This character is holding a sign that says, Sam, I am. I know that this character probably had to make that sign on their own. But it doesn't tell us that happened, but I'm thinking that that's what makes sense. That's what probably happened. Okay? That Sam I am, that Sam I am, I do not like that Sam I am. Well, I know the character doesn't like that Sam, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking in the past that Sam I am was not being very kind or friendly to this person. Or maybe this character is kind of not wanting to be friends with this character. I don't know what happens, but I'm thinking if this person is looking very grumpy, maybe here's why. I'm making guesses. Do you like green eggs and ham? This character's asking. I see green eggs and I see green ham, but something that I know happened to get here is that this character probably had to cook the green eggs and ham. Now, it doesn't say here on the page in the words, and it doesn't show us that this character is cooking the green eggs and ham, but in order for us to get here at the last part, we have to assume, we have to say, it makes sense that in order for us to have green eggs and ham on a plate, he has to make green eggs and ham on a plate. So what I'm doing is I'm using what I know, what probably happened first to get here. Well, this character probably had to go get a fishing rod, probably had to pick out a nice hat, probably had to cook the food, bring it to this character. A lot's happening in this story that's not on the page. That's one way you can show an inference using a book. Let's say you're writing a story, or you're going to read a story, okay? And the topic is a birthday. I'm thinking because last week was my birthday that I'm going to write a story about my birthday. So, I'm going to tell you my story. Last Saturday was my birthday, and I swam in the pool, I ate cupcakes, I read a book, and I sang a song with my friends. And that was it. Okay, so I swam in the pool. I'm going to write that down here. So what I did is I swam, I read, I sang a song, and I ate. Those are things that I did. Now, I'm going to tell you what other parts of my day, from the time I woke up to the very part of when I went to bed, that I didn't put in my story that you think I probably did do. Let's see. Well, I swam. So, in order for me to go swimming, did I tell you that I picked out my bathing suit? No. But I know that when I go swimming, I wear a bathing suit. And I'm sure when you go swimming, you wear a bathing suit. So, what you can think happened that I didn't say is, if I'm thinking about, I went swimming. Well, Daniel must have gotten his towel and gotten his bathing suit. I didn't tell you that, but that's probably what makes sense. So I'll say, get swim stuff. All right. I also had cupcakes. Now, I didn't go to the store and buy them. I made them. I didn't tell you about making them. I could tell you all about the ingredients, getting the ingredients out, putting them together, waiting for it to cook. I didn't say all that, but I did tell you I ate the cupcakes. I told you the last part, step 3, but step 1 and 2 was gone. I'm going to tell you now that I got the ingredients and I cooked the ingredients. So I made the cupcakes. So I'm going to say making. I'm going to say the food because it was for my lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and the cupcakes. And then, let's see, I have reading a book or singing a song. Well, I didn't tell you what the book was, but also, in order for me to get a book, do you think at some point I have to go over to a table and pick up the book, and then sit down with the book, and then open the book? These are all these little steps that you can think this is what Daniel probably did right before he sat down to read his book. Okay, so maybe I'm going to say just choosing the book, because I had a lot of books to choose from and I didn't know what to do. So I found one and I picked it and then I decided to read. So I'm going to say choosing the book. Choosing the book. So an inference is kind of filling in the dots, filling in the blanks. I told you I swam, but you're going to use your brain power and say, I bet he got a towel. I bet he got his bathing suit. I bet he swam in the water. And I ate cupcakes. I bet Daniel put the ingredients together. I bet Daniel cooked it all up. I bet Daniel cleaned up after he ate the cupcakes. And then I told you I read a book. Well, I know when I pick out a book, first I have to choose it, then I have to sit down and find out where I'm going to read, and then when I'm done, I put the book away. I didn't say all that, but you can think that's probably what happened also. And then singing a song. Well, who chose the song? And how long was the song? And then did we sing and dance? No, we just sang a song. So it's filling in the blanks. Okay, thinking about even though what's on the page, what else could be happening? Okay, I didn't talk about going to the store to get the ingredients. I didn't talk about picking out my outfit or my towel. But you can guess it probably happened because that's what makes sense if we're leading up to I went swimming. So friends, today for your activity, I gave you a few different types of comic book strips. And with the comic book strips, they're all in the pictures. And what you can do is you can read those pictures and tell a story. If there's maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 boxes, you can just kind of put a number in each box and then talk through what's going on in the story. Don't just say what is in the picture, but I really want you to think, what do I have to think about with your story? Tell me a story reading the pictures along and share some things in your story that are not in the pictures. And you're creating your own words. Now, it still has to make sense, and it can be a little bit silly, but I want you to think about being respectful for everyone's ears to enjoy your story. So tell a story across the comic books, because what you're doing is you're looking at the pictures and you're going to think, where are the words that I can put in and maybe tell what's not something I can see, but something my reader needs to know. All right, friends, I look forward to your stories and I wish you luck. Off you pop.